All abuse is physical abuse. There's no difference if he is punching you compared to if he is giving you the silent treatment. Welcome to Worthy Woman Healing. I am Lisa Czak, one of the hosts, along with my daughter,
Elliana Faith.
Elliana Faith. And we're going to dive right in today. But before we do, I want you to subscribe. We are so grateful. We have over 2,000 subscribers now. We are so grateful for you. And go ahead and comment. Drop in the comments right now, actually, if you have ever received the silent treatment. Give me some fire and comments. And also, we have a gift for you, a free morning meditation that will help you if you are in the middle of the silent treatment right now and you want to get your mind off of it and you want to actually decide how you want to feel during the day. So click the link below for that and let's get right to it. So research has shown that the brain does not know the difference between physical pain and emotional pain. So emotional pain would be like the silent treatment. That's the narcissist's favorite weapon, right? When I was being exploited and groomed, part of the way that he groomed me was by giving me the silent treatment. And what that does is you are sitting there, you're going crazy because they are not responding. And that activates those pain receptors in the brain. Yeah. So your body perceives it as physical pain. So there's no difference. That's why I say all abuse is physical abuse. There's absolutely no difference because your body perceives it the same. So drop in comments if you have ever had the silent treatment done to you and how did you feel during it? Like, where did you feel it in your body? For me, I felt like I was literally banging my head against a wall. And it's because the person that was giving the silent treatment literally put up a wall so that I couldn't get through, which is I was feeling it in my head. So, Elliana, have you ever experienced the silent treatment?
Yes, I have. And I usually feel it like in my stomach, and I just feel like kind of like sick, basically. Especially in a situation where like I've had a connection with that person and then all of a sudden it's just severed for whatever reason, and it's never warranted. I also know I have given the silent treatment. And so I've been on both the receiving and the giving end, and it's not fun.
Yeah. And the way our world, especially your generation, you grew up, it's like, okay, if you don't like what someone says, you can block them. You block them on social media. You block them.
Like with texting, especially in relationships, like I have ghosted and I have been ghosted. And that is a horrible, horrible, horrible way to end a relationship, to like have like any meaningful conversation. And I still to this day have to catch myself in a lot of settings just being like, oh, okay, you know what? Let's not text about this. And then also like when you get cut off in that way, it can be very addicting, and then all of a sudden like it's gone and you don't have that dopamine like boost anymore, and you're like, oh, well, and that pain that we're talking about comes in. So
yeah, exactly. And you were saying how it's both ways, right? Now we're not saying everyone that's ever given the silent treatment is an abuser or a narcissist.
Yeah.
That happens to be their favorite weapon because it controls you. And what happens in a narcissistic and abusive relationship, like how do you know the difference, right? Well, don't get caught up on diagnosing the other person, right?
Yeah.
Notice like how you're feeling.
Yeah. If you're being given the silent treatment on a consistent basis, or like you find that you're in a relationship where you both are doing this to each other, no. Like,
Yeah, because it brings up like
our
wounds.
friendship too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, I've had girlfriends who do that, and like I'm texting them. Like, I actually just recently experienced that, where I had a friend who completely fell off the face of the earth, would not talk to me. I saw her like in social settings, would not speak to me there. And the audacity of that, first of all, I'm not gonna get into that, but
You can get into it. Yeah.
um,
Hey, if you've experienced it, other people have experienced
yeah,
it.
no, it's just it can be really like just disheartening and frustrating when you have a relationship with someone, or like if you know something is off in a friendship or relationship and you're trying to communicate with that person and they just will not speak to you, will not answer you, or if they do answer, it's like, "Okay," or "No, I'm fine." That's that can be like so painful. Like someone is repeatedly like punching you in the gut.
Mhm. And they disappear and you don't know, like you're racking your brain.
Mhm.
Did I do something wrong? What did I
Right.
start blaming yourself? I must have said something. I must have done something. Like you
Mhm.
have no idea. And then when they do come back, right? A lot of times in an abusive relationship, in a narcissistic relationship, they come back and they act like nothing happened.
Mhm.
They don't even bring it up. And
Yeah.
you might be too afraid to bring it up because you're so happy that they actually are contacting you again. You're
Mhm.
so happy that they actually are, listening to you again and communicating with you again. But what happens though is then you're walking on eggshells and you're always
Right.
wondering, oh my gosh, what you start getting a people pleasing mode, right? What if they
Yeah.
do it again?
Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
what if they do it again? What if, they go dark again? So you're too
Mhm.
afraid to bring it up. You're so afraid. And that's when you start accepting crumbs instead of
Mhm.
whole cake, as I say, right? You
Yeah.
start accepting crumbs in it could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a marriage, it could be with a parent too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
and how do you think that you can heal from that? Like as it's happening,
Mhm.
how can you actually heal, like, while the silent treatment is happening, right?
I
Because
think
for me, I'll just keep texting the person over and over
Mhm.
again
Yeah.
because it activates a trauma response in me,
Mhm.
and it's that, "Don't abandon me, don't leave me. You're abandoning me, you're abandoning me, you're leaving me," and, like, you start clinging on for dear life, right? Which really only makes it worse for you.
Yeah, for sure. Um, the way that you can heal from it is to stop and put the phone down, first of all. And then go into your body, like see where you're feeling this in your body. Like, I'm to use my example, like if I'm feeling in my stomach, like, oh, my stomach hurts, like I'm like, okay, this is me and I need to go and feel it and heal it. And this is what we teach in our healing group. It's the peace process where you go into your body, you feel whatever physical sensation is attached to the situation or the emotion that you're feeling, and then you heal that in your body so that you stop reacting and you stop texting that person and you find peace and healing within yourself and with God, and you don't react to their mistreatment of you.
Beautifully said. Yeah, easier said than done, though. We are gonna
Oh
say
yeah.
that, right? Now,
Yeah.
Eliana, look at how she's able to just say that. Like, but I guarantee you, if she was in it,
No. Yeah,
right?
no.
She'd be
Like
like,
with what I was talking about, like when I was in it with this friend, I was like texting. I was like trying to like hold on to this and like make her talk to me. And
"Mhm,
then I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm not doing all that. And I realized what I really need to do is go and see what was happening in my body and heal it. Um, but yeah, I can
yeah."
say it all pretty, but reality I don't I don't always
That's why I
practice
wanna
it.
say that because drop in comments if you actually have any tips for dealing with the silent treatment, right?
Yeah.
Like, as it's happening and after. You are only as sick as your secrets. It is time to stop suffering in silence and join other women who are also on a healing journey, who are being raw, real, vulnerable, and honest with what they are going through in their life, what they have been through in their life. And wherever two or more are gathered, we know God is with us. It says it right there in the Bible. So there is power to group healing. Miracles happen in there. You have one woman sharing, opening up her heart. Suddenly everyone else in the group is saying, yeah, I've experienced that. I'm not the only one. There's such power in knowing that you are not alone in your suffering. You are not alone in your healing. And we meet twice a month. And in between those times, a lot happens, right? And it's important that you have time in between the sessions to practice the healing technique that I teach you, so you can come back into the group and celebrate with the other women. Hey, I actually remembered to do the healing technique in that moment. That trigger didn't derail me anymore. But it's practice. I'm also a personal trainer, right? You don't just get a six-pack abs by doing one sit-up. You have to keep doing it over and over again. You don't run a marathon. You don't go out and run 13.1 miles for a half marathon the first time, right? You practice running a little bit every day. And that is what we do in Worthy Woman Healing Group. Join today and tell yourself, I'm going to give this a 3-month commitment minimum, because I know I need time to practice outside of these sessions, and come in and get guidance from the other women on how to actually heal all of these wounds, heal my mind, body, and soul, one trigger at a time. You are worth it. The one thing I want to say is that it's really important to validate. We just want to validate the intense feeling that you have, right? The pain that you feel.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the people ask me this all the time. I don't understand, like, why am I in so much pain when, this person did this to me or said this to me? And that's because your brain doesn't know the difference between emotional pain and physical pain. That person might as well be punching you in the face or punching you in the gut.
Yeah.
Because your brain perceives it the same, which is why I go crazy when I hear pastors or churches saying, in a marriage, well, if he's physically abusing you, you need to leave. And I'm like, why would you do that to a woman? Like, emotional pain is even worse because you can't see it, right? If someone's beating on you, you'd see a black eye or you'd see scratch mark, you'd see physical evidence, and you can't see inside of a person. You can't see the scars. You can't see the bruises. You can't see the bleeding that's going on. And it makes it even worse because they're walking around the world like everything's good, everything's fine. And it's not. They're literally being beat up on a regular basis.
Yeah.
According to their brain. Their brain perceives it as that. And I can't emphasize that enough. You're not crazy that it hurts so bad. Your brain is telling you this isn't okay. Something is going on here. And remember, your body is not a temple. It's not your temple. It's God's temple. And it's speaking to you, right? God is saying in those moments, this isn't okay. How you're being treated is not okay. The emotional abuse is so hard to recognize. And we just want to bring awareness to that if you're feeling that, you're not crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And if you need help with that guidance, we have our healing group, and Steve want to put up the link to that. But that's exactly what we teach in there, is how to heal from that and like take your power back, essentially.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so anything else on this topic? I think we're good.
Prayer.
All right. So let's end with a prayer, Eliana. Let's do a prayer for anyone who is trying to heal from the silent treatment, anyone who's healing from any kind of emotional abuse. So the silent treatment is a type of emotional abuse, emotional pain that's inflicted upon you.
Right.
And anyone that needs to hear this today.
Okay. But I thank you for the opportunity to talk about this topic and just delve into it. I thank you for giving wisdom to us liberally to just speak on this. And I just pray over anyone who is experiencing silent treatment or any kind of just emotional mistreatment that they would recognize that and recognize that they deserve better than that. And that they would go into their bodies and really just feel whatever they need to feel to be able to heal it, Lord. And I just pray that you comfort them, protect them, and help them make the right decision that is best for them with whatever they're facing in this mistreatment situation. And I just pray you watch over them and that they would feel just the light and the warmth of your love today. In your name, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. And remember, you are worth it.